Welcome back. Talking about mole removal this afternoon. This is a mole, or as it's also known, a junctional nevus. Junctional being part of the name because it comes from the junction of the epidermis and the dermal layer of the skin. That's where most of your melanocytes are hanging out, and melanocytes are the source of the mole. Now, you want to have this looked at by a physician before you remove it. Even without a physician having a look at it, things that could indicate something's wrong is asymmetric shape, irregular notching and just shape of the borders like a jagged edge, change in color or has multiple colors, or there's noticeable changes in the shape and the color of the mole itself. Now, because moles come from the junction between the epidermis and the dermis, the best way to remove them oftentimes is surgically, because they quite literally have something you could think of as roots going a little bit deeper into the tissues. Now, the trade-off may be that there's a tiny scar where it was removed, but if you're burning a mole off, if you're freezing it off, you're also going to be left with a scar, even though it's a more superficial treatment. And in my opinion, freezing a mole or burning it off leaves a more visible scar because it's sort of round and pale versus a straight line. So let's see how this one turned out on my coworker nurse page. Let's see here. I had completely forgotten I took a mole off the side of your face.
You did.
I did. It's gone.
It's gone.
Is there anything there? There's something.
There's just like a little bit of color, but I can't tell.
Bit of pigment there.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's like a mole or just pigment.
Now, I'd argue this is a pretty good outcome. The scar itself is very hard to see. There is a little bit of pigment that came from the actual inflammation and healing process that I can see there. But overall, I certainly think that this looks better than the mole itself.